This is presentation part 2 on New Orleans. Let's start at the center where it all began with the signing of the Louisiana Purchase at what is now known as the Cabildo. This museum at one time held the oldest documents of New Orleans history. It's where the Louisiana Purchase was signed by Napoleon in 1803, and the first city hall, as well as the Louisiana State Supreme Court, was also located. Unfortunately, in 1988, a fire destroyed a good portion of the Cabildo, and later, when it reopened in 1994, the focus was on early Louisiana history. Now, next door is the St. Louis Cathedral. It was designed by Gilberto Gillinard, and he was also the one that designed the Cabildo and the Presbytere. This cathedral is located in the center, or in the middle, of Jackson Square, and it is the oldest functioning cathedral in the United States. Originally built in the early 1700s, it succumbed to a fire and was completely destroyed. The second cathedral was built and put into service on Christmas Eve in 1794. Today, as you walk into the front doors, the entrance doors, prepare to have your breath taken away by the grandeur of the hand-painted ceiling art and the stained glass windows and the most beautiful white columns in the center of the cathedral. And if that doesn't grab your attention, the ceiling to floor, wall to wall organ that was imported in 1829 certainly will. As you leave the cathedral, walk through the iron gates that surround what statue is there now as General Andrew Jackson on his horse. It's a bronze horse. Originally called La Place d'Armes by early French settlers, now is known as a National Historic Landmark and has been designated as one of America's great public spaces. To the left and to the right, along the alleyways known as St. Anne, merchants and street performers gathered to entertain the public. Let's take a moment to reflect on the beauty of the cathedral behind us and listen to the bells chime according to the hour of the day. Then we'll proceed across the street to another famous place known as Café du Monde. Here, the coffee, café au lait, is served with warm powdered beignets. This is where families come together. They share their memories. They remember, either childhood memories or when families are together. They're sharing things that they remember about the city. This is where couples come together and they may cuddle up and enjoy the warmth that's felt from the hospitality of the staff and the street performers. Jazz is often played. You can hear it right outside while you relax and enjoy a good cup of café au lait or maybe even hot cocoa. As you take a bite of the beignet, though, remember that we do have a custom. You share the magic by blowing the powdered sugar towards someone that you love. Now that you're energized from drinking the coffee, it's time to head to the French market and do some haggling. In the French market, the merchants are accustomed to the locals haggling on the price of the merchandise. The entrance of the French market was built in 1791 and is the oldest public market in the United States. It plays a historical role in the development of the city's economy. From the food and the music to the arts and crafts, the French market is truly a unique experience. It's a giant flea market where you can find just about anything that you're looking for. And before you buy anything, please try the haggling. You may be surprised. Let's give your legs a break and take a ride on a streetcar. I want you to have a seat next to the window and enjoy the fresh air as you head down St. Charles Street toward Audubon Zoo. Take in the beauty of some of the oldest homes in New Orleans Historical District. Take a moment, smell the flowers, wave at the passerbys, relax and enjoy the ride. Once at Audubon Zoo, explore one of America's greatest zoos that has over 58 acres for you to walk, and it's the home of over 2,000 animals. While there, climb to the top of Monkey Hill, which happens to be the highest elevation in the city of New Orleans. Enjoy the hands-on experience with some of the animals. And before you leave, you have to see the alligators. Then get on the Riverboat Queen and head back toward Canal Street, where it's the beginning of the French Quarter. As you see, New Orleans is more than just Bourbon Street party and nightlife. New Orleans has grown from a small colony to a thriving city, rich in culture, vibrant historical background, resilient people, and of course, good food. Through this very brief tour that I've presented of the city, you are able to visit some of the oldest historical landmarks in the United States. You learn about one of the oldest operating cathedrals in America and where the Louisiana Purchase was signed. New Orleans is not only the birthplace of jazz and opera and poker, it's where people of character, determination, and hospitality are born. It's a city where people come together in tragedy and rebuild a stronger, more united place to live. Maybe now, with a glimpse of New Orleans through my eyes, you can understand why it's a city unlike any other that you may visit.